So cryptocurrency is a huge enabler of economic freedom, and it's also this other trend that's happening, which is the growth of smartphones. So increasingly, even the poorest people in the world have access to the internet and smartphones, and they can now have a bank in their pocket. That's really the opportunity. That's the secret that Coinbase is founded on. The belief that right now, at this moment in history, because cryptocurrency got invented and everybody in the world can have access to a smartphone, we can inject economic freedom really into all these countries around the world. So that's what we're actually building to make this vision a reality. We're going to help create that open financial system for the world.
Well, there's two reasons why we're long Bitcoin. One is just from technical factors. Even before the mass adoption announcements that we were getting from Fidelity, and then today UK mentioned that they were going to start recognizing it. And after the whole SEC investigation with Gensler, which many people think was just a giant manipulation to be able to launch these ETFs at lower prices, it was still holding 25,000, which we thought was very interesting. And so we started to build a position once it cleared 26, 27,000 from a technical breakout, and then all these news came out. Now it's sitting here consolidating at around 30,000. Now, when we say we are long Bitcoin, understand it's like everything that we do. It's a relatively active portfolio, and so we have stops. We've already taken some profits when it got over closer to 32,000, and we won't turn this into a loss. So I think it's very bullish in the long term. It may get a little ahead of itself now, but we're thinking by the end of the year and into 2024, Bitcoin could be something very, very interesting. Again, especially since the mainstream might feel more comfortable trading it now through an ETF as opposed to opening up a crypto wallet.
I hope you can guess my next question. What's the target on Bitcoin if you're going long?
Right now, I think our next target looking at is at around 38, 39,000, so just under 40, which would be another major psychological area for it to clear. So we'll take some profits if it gets up there.
The reason that I think crypto appealed to so many people in so many different ways and so many different types of people, 40 million Americans bought crypto, is that they could kind of see anything in it that they wanted to, right? I mean, on one level, it's very simple. It's a get-rich-quick scheme. But on another, the people that were interested in sort of like libertarian politics could do that. The people that wanted to build, it was marketed as a generational wealth builder. It was marketed as a way to unbank bank the unbanked. So
also the next big thing on Wall Street at the same time.
Exactly.
Right?
Well, it was marketed as the future of money, and all you needed to invest in the future of money was the willingness to part with the current version.
The current version.
Yeah. So it had a very broad, which was also one of the reasons why I was so skeptical of its authenticity, was that how can it be all of these different things at the same time? And yet, of course, it wasn't a currency. So then what the heck was it?
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And you know I come back with that video just to make you think.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And guys, we have Brian Armstrong building the new economy, building the fourth industrial revolution. And we know that's all about banking the unbanked, enslaving the enslaved. And we know, guys, the Blackrock filing is for the masses. Once people hear Blackrock, we know they pour in, and that's when we know the hedge fund guys pull the rug. Yes, we know crypto is the future, but remember, guys, this is part of a plan. It moves in phases. And we have actor Ben McKenzie on crypto again. And we know it's nothing but an NWO puppet. An actor speaking about Bitcoin, making the people indecisive. And what is that, guys? The Hegelian dialectic. And we know he's playing it perfectly. And then we have Sam Altman helping along this digital transformation. We know AI will replace humanity in the workforce. There is no question about it. It's man versus machine. But unfortunately, the machines are silent. And the sheep don't even know the drums are beating. And by the time they wake up, the machines would have taken over the economy, and they'll be getting that free programmable money. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
Extinction from AI should be a global priority alongside other societal scale risks such as pandemics and nuclear war. Connect the dots for us here. How do we get from a cool chatbot to the end of humanity?
Well, we're planning not to.
That's the hope.
Like, you know, that's.
But there's also the fear.
I mean, I think there's many ways it could go wrong, but we work with powerful technology that can be used in dangerous ways very frequently in the world. And I think we've developed over the decades good safety system practices in many categories. It's not perfect, and this won't be perfect either. Things will go wrong. But I think we'll be able to mitigate some of the worst scenarios you could imagine. Bioterror is like a common example. Cybersecurity is another. Like many more we could talk about. But as this technology, like the main thing that I feel is important about this technology is that we are on an exponential curve and a relatively steep one. And human intuition for exponential curves is like really bad in general. It clearly was not that important in our evolutionary history. And so I think we have to, given that we all have that weakness, I think we have to like really push ourselves to say, okay, GPT-4, not a risk like you're talking about there, but how sure are we that GPT-9 won't be? And if it might be, even if there's a small percentage chance of it being really bad, like that deserves great care.
And if there is that small percentage chance, why keep doing this at all? Like, why not stop?
I mean, a bunch of reasons. I think I think that the upsides here are tremendous. The opportunity for everyone on Earth to have a better quality education than basically anyone can get today. That seems like really important. That'd be a bad thing to stop. Medical care and what's I think going to happen there and making that available like truly globally. That's going to be transformative. The scientific progress we're going to see. I'm a big believer that like real sustainable improvements in quality of life come from scientific and technological progress, and I think we're going to have a lot more of that. So there are all the obvious benefits, and I think it'd be good to end poverty. Maybe you think we should stop a technology that can do that. I personally don't. But we got to manage through the risk to get there. I also think at this point, given how much people see the economic benefits and potential, no company could stop it.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.